All right. Hello, everybody. It is I, Granorite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald with our Gen 3 type challenge of Dragon type, our first Dragon type team out of 2. Our team is going to be Dragonite, Rayquaza, Latios, and Altaria. And as we do on these first episodes, we're going to start out by reading some Pokemon biologies and getting our team up to level 7. Starting here with Dratini, slow leveling rate Pokemon. Dratini is a reptilian Pokemon with a blue serpentine body and a white underside. It has white three-pronged fins on the side of its head and a white bump on its forehead, which is a horn growing. Above its round white snout are oval purple eyes. Dratini's life energy is constantly building, so it's always growing, and can reach lengths of over 6 feet or 2 meters. As it grows, it sheds its skin regularly. It hides behind a rapid waterfall during this process to protect itself. Since its skin is soft in texture, since the new skin is soft in texture, the shed skin can be tanned and used to create luxury boots. Dratini has been referred to as the Mirage Pokemon because its existence was originally thought to be nothing more than a myth. Dratini was first discovered by a fisherman who spent 10 hours attempting to capture it. A small colony has also been found underwater, further confirming its existence. Dratini lived near bodies of water with a rapid flow, such as pools at the bottom of waterfalls. It lives a quiet life underwater, eating any food that sinks down to the bottom. In Generation 2, Outrage was its signature move. No signature move in this generation. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Dratini. Just a second here, let me swap over here to Rayquaza. Ruby and Sapphire says Dratini continually molts and slows off its old skin. It does so because the life energy within its body steadily builds to reach uncomfortable levels. Emerald says a Dratini continually molts and slows off its old skin. It does so because the life energy within its body steadily builds up to reach uncontrollable levels. That's the same thing, just with an A in the front. Fire Red says even the young can exceed 6.5 feet in length. It grows larger by repeatedly shedding its skin. And Leaf Green says, long considered a mythical Pokemon until recently when a small colony was found living underwater. And that is our information on Dratini. Our other Pokemon here that we saw was Rayquaza. So Rayquaza is also slow leveling rate. Rayquaza is a large green serpentine Pokemon that also resembles a missile. It has red-tipped, rudder-like wings on its shoulders and down its body, and similarly patterned fins on the tip of its tail. Yellow ring-like symbols run across the length of Rayquaza's body, and it has an additional yellow ring on top of its head. Rayquaza has 2 limbs with 3 clawed hands and 2 long, flat horn-like structures on its head, with 2 shorter horns along its jawline. It has small yellow eyes with black pupils and prominent pink gums, and 2 discernible fangs in its upper jaw. It is able to soothe the other members of the Super Agent Pokemon, even in their primal forms. Rayquaza is said to have lived for hundreds of millions of years in the ozone layer, where it feeds on water and other particles. Rayquaza is rarely seen by people, even in flight. Its appearance is indistinguishable from that of a meteor. It can breathe in outer space. Rayquaza preys on the Minior in the Alola region. Rayquaza also feeds on meteoroids, particularly megastones. Rayquaza can be summoned by a keystone. Rayquaza possesses some of the strongest attack power of any Pokemon. It can easily summon cyclones to overwhelm its opponents. Rayquaza was worshipped by the Draconic people along with the people of Hoenn as saviors of the region. Thus, they built a sky pillar to honor it. It is one of the longest-lived Pokemon species. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Rayquaza. Ruby says, Rayquaza lived for hundreds of millions of years on the Earth's ozone layer, never descending to the ground. This Pokemon appears to feed on water and particles in the atmosphere. Sapphire says, just a second. Rayquaza is said to have lived for hundreds of millions of years in the Earth's ozone layer above the clouds. Its existence is to be completely unknown because it lives so high in the sky. Emerald says, a Pokemon that flies endlessly in the ozone layer. It is said it would descend to the ground if Kyogre and Groudon were to fight. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say it has lived for hundreds of millions of years in the ozone layer. Its flying form looks like a meteor. And that is our information on Rayquaza. Alright, so we're going to work to get Dratini and Rayquaza up to level 7 here. We'll speed through this training now. So, I'm going to let Dratini and Rayquaza fight Poochyenas and Zigzagoons for their EVs, since we found out that EVs are important for the end game, actually. And we don't get a lot of EV training. We really just get a little. But any influence I can do on it is good. You know, with our last playthrough on Rock type, we had, you know, stats that were high on Pokemon that we had EV trained. But we also had significant EVs and a bunch of other stats as well. So Poochyenas give attack EV, Zigzagoons give speed EV. Which is stuff we would like on our Dragonite and Rayquaza. Which is what we're getting a lot of, so that's nice. Like to just finish getting Dratini up here. Don't want Whirlpools. Alright, now we can just swap straight to Rayquaza. So I'm going to be picky-choosy. Ralts gives special attack. Wurmple gives HP, and Lobtad gives special defense. And then Seedot, you can fight Seedot in the area, give regular defense. Alright, well that gets Rayquaza up. Alright, so let's swap over to Swablu. And we'll read about Swablu. So Swablu is erratic leveling rate. Swablu is an avian Pokemon with a round blue body. Since it has no discernible neck, its body appears to be all head. There are two long feathers on top of its head, and it has a short, rounded white beak and beady black eyes. Its wings are fluffy and white, resembling cotton or clouds, and are made of air. The wings have a light and fluffy feel. It has tiny white feet and two pointed tail feathers. Swablu does not like dirty surroundings, so it cleans things with its cottony wings diligently. It uses streams and freshwater springs to wash its wings when they become dirty from polishing. It is commonly found living in flocks and forested habitats, but it often flies closer to towns during the spring. Swablu is very friendly and largely unafraid of humans. As a result, it frequently perches on people's heads like a fluffy hat. Swablu can easily hide from foes and clouds thanks to its appearance. That's the end of our biology. And so our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Swablu. Ruby says, Swablu has light and fluffy wings that look like cottony clouds. This Pokemon is not frightened of people. It lands on the heads of people and sits there like a cotton fluff hat. Swablu, for Sapphire, says Swablu loves to make things clean. If it spots something dirty, it will wipe and polish it with its cottony wings. If its wings become dirty, this Pokemon finds a stream and showers itself. Emerald says a Pokemon that has wings like cottony clouds. After enduring winter, in which little food is available, Swablu flocks move closer to towns in the spring. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say it constantly grooms its cotton-like wings. It takes a shower to clean itself and becomes dirty. Well, that's my nose cue itching. And that is our information on Swablu. And as you can see, Swablu does know Peck. So, Swablu, we're really going for special defense and defense, but we're also going to put points in the HP as well. Especially that I'm not going to find any defense EVs around here. Swablu, that's right. How are you doing today, Crescendomon? Gonna get a bunch of special defense, though, aren't we? We are running low on pets. Oh, we have 16. Yes, my morning is going well. Thank you for asking. Alright, now let's swap to Latios. So Latios is also slow leveling rate. So we have 3 slow leveling rates and 1 erratic leveling rate. Latios is a Pokemon with a bird-like body stylized after a plane. Its body flows slowly into a thick neck, giving it a bulky appearance. It has no legs, usually floating instead. Most of its body is blue, with white areas near its arms and white stripe on its back that extends up to its head. Jet plane wings sit on top of its back, while 2 tall jagged fins point behind it from its rear. Red triangular marks in the center of its chest. A red triangular marks the center of its chest, while a blue mass partially covers its face. Long ear-like fins extend from its jaws to over its head, and its eyes are red. It has 3-fingered arms with a blue covering on the outer side of the lower arms. Latios is a male-only species, with Latios being the female counterpart. Latios does have a signature move, which is Luster Purge. And I actually was going to read that here if I wasn't to get down to it. So Latios has a gentle nature and will avoid fighting whenever possible. It can fly faster than a jet by tucking its arms. In the 5th movie, Latios has the ability Sight Sharing, which allows Latios and the people around it to see exactly what Latios is seeing. Oakley also mentioned that it can shape-shift. It prefers compassionate trainers to whom it opens up its heart. Latios uses telepathy to detect locations and emotions of others and can understand human speech. It lives by the water's edge. Latios can be summoned using the Eon Flute. Latios is the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Luster Purge. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Latios. Ruby says Latios has the ability to make its foe see an image of what it has seen or imagines in its head. This Pokemon is intelligent and understands human speech. Sapphire says Latios will only open its heart to a trainer with a compassionate spirit. This Pokemon can fly faster than a jet plane by folding its forelegs to minimize air resistance. Emerald says even in hiding, it can detect the locations of others and sense their emotions since it has telepathy. Its intelligence allows it to understand human languages. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say it has a docile temperament and dislikes fighting. Tucking in its forelegs, it can fly faster than a jet plane. And ideally, we're going to be getting special attack and speed here on Latios, so that's what we're going to be doing Zigzagoons and Ralts here. Also, all it knows right now is Psywave, and Psywave does set damage to either up to 50% or 150% of Latios' current level, I believe. Take it out of More Zigzagoons. Or if we can find one, Ralts. But Ralts are a little rare. Alright, well there's level 6. Poochyena and Wurmples. Come on, where's all them Zigzagoons? Lots of everything else but what we want for Latios. Goodness. We can't even hurt the Poochyenas. Wow. There are Zigzagoons here. I mean, we've been fighting him. Can we knock them all out? There's one. Because I have to hit with Psywave, don't I? I guess I could go to a different route. This route up here has got Wingles on it, and Wingles also get speed EVs. Yeah. And it's at least some experience. But not the Poochyenas. There's a Zigzagoon. We just want to get that level 7. One more. One more not Poochyenna. Thank you. Excellent. Alright, so we're gonna let Rayquaza just take on this first fight. Now that we're finally done with that grass training. So last time when we did our first episode, we made it up to Rustboro, I believe. Which is what we want to do, so I can level up for that gym off screen. Good flinch. Swap up Swablu. purple. So we try to direct as much little bit of EV training as we can, but like there's so many double battles that we're going to get EVs that we, you know, and, you know, leveling up our Pokemon equally. We're going to get EVs that we don't want on certain Pokemon. So, I mean, it is inevitable that we are just going to get what we're going to get. And we're not going to throw a fit. Let's swap up Dratini. But anything I can do to partially influence stats is going to be great. Did not speed up. Get back. Get back, keyboard. So evolution-wise, we'll have an evolution at level 30, level 35, and then level 55. That'll be Dratini into Dragonair, then Swablu into Altaria, and then Dragonair into Dragonite. We missed that wrap. There we go. Good job, Dratini. We'll swap for the Talo because we've had so many stat drops. Well, I mean, we're not dealing so much damage with our reps because of all those growls. So we'll Twister the Talo. Alright. Wrap it up. Missed. So I don't think we'll have any issues with this team early on. And we probably won't use Swablu against Roxanne. That would be a bad matchup. Shroomish. What does Shroomish give? I think like HP or something. I mean, nonetheless, it's a good matchup here. It does give HP. That's what I thought. It's a good Pokemon for Swablu to take on anywho's. Alright, there's an item down here. One potion. So just so you know, the name I picked, Kaida, means little dragon in Japanese, I believe. Alright, we're gonna talk to our dad. Alright, so we're gonna speed past this, because it's just Wally going out and catching a Pokemon. Talk to Scott here. Alright, now we can continue on. You don't want to fight. You do, though. We'll do a Leer. It'll just counteract that Growl, I guess. So what's your impression on the team, Krishenabon? If you have one. It will do very well. C-Dot. We'll go over to Swablu for C-Dot. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have any issues for a majority of this game. Alright, we got a guy with a Magikarp here, which we'll definitely let Dratini take on. I am going to just speed through this fight, because it's just going to splash. So we'll Leer it down, so we don't have to use a whole bunch of wraps. It must have been fated. This is a level 7 Zigzagoon. Hey, stop speeding up. What am I doing? Get off the keyboard. Alright, we're gonna swap though. It's gonna take forever for us to take this out with Dratini. We'll swap over to Rayquaza. Good critical hit. Growl will do nothing. Our Twister is a special attack. Full restore on that level 7 Zigzagoon. There it is. Yet again. Ah! Thunder Wave on Dratini. Excellent. Alright, so let's go heal really quick. Just gonna run back here and heal. You know, now that I know it's coming with those rich people, with the full restores, it doesn't surprise me as much as it did that first time when I was not expecting it. Well, what's this? I'll just run there. Do do do. Be do do. All right. Pack. Ooh, we learned Astonish. We're gonna swap over to Latios. We gotta hit the side waves, I guess. It's gonna be a while before we get another attack on Latios. We're gonna be stuck with side waves for a little while. So strap in, everybody. At least the rock attack against Roxanne's not going to take a half an hour this time. We're going so slow. Yet we're still so fast. Again! With some damage there. Alright, I'm going to go back and heal again, though, just because we have, like, no moves for Latios. So if I want to use Latios again, it's going to just flounder. I gotta use through all those mementos before I can even get to a struggle. Paralysis heal. Bring it. Good deal. Alright, he's gonna run back. We're gonna swap Swablu up for this next fight. Don't worry, we're gonna get our experience on Latios, but there's some Ninkadas coming up which give defense EVs, and we don't get a lot of those, and we want to get ones that we can on Swablu. Also, Swablu knows Peck, which is really good against Ninkadas. You know, it's interesting to think about, like, Leech Life is actually a really good attack now in the newer gens, and it's so bad in all the earlier gens. And I think of Leech Life and I'm like, ah, no, it's so bad. But now it's got like 80 base power. So good. For a bug healing attack. What's this? An either. Good stuff. Alright. Let's swap up Latios. Pick up some berries. You also can get Bullet Seed here, which I don't think anybody on this team can learn, but we'll check. Nope, no one can learn that. Hit him back in here. Another rich boy. This is the one with the other one with the Zigzagoon. You gotta hit Latios. So we're doing somewhere between, like, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 to 10 or 11 damage. And there's the full restore. And then Latios misses the Psy Wave. Oh my gosh. I know the accuracy is not 100%, but good golly. And because of all of those tail whips, Latios just goes down. Should have swapped it out. Ridiculous. Just gonna go heal really quick. Because there's still a couple more trainer fights coming up. Alright, bear with me while I get back through the grass. It's hard to believe that one of our legendaries would be our anchor Pokemon at the beginning of the game. But there it is. Get out of here, Lotad. Like, this is what I mean. Like, you know, so that's 3 Psy Waves we just missed because it's not fully accurate. Three Psy Waves. I mean, that's a lot. Now this one, you know, we can get some experience on Latios because we're gonna have the double battle here. Not surprised that it missed. Hooray! Oh my gosh, Latios. Holy moly. Just a second. Pick up these berries, and then we'll go in and heal and come back and face this Fisher, so we have all of our Psy Waves back. And the Fisher just has Magikarps. Surely we can take them on. All right. Alright, we're just going to speed through this as we miss. And beat up on splashing Magikarps. Man, my stomach's growling loud. Holy moly. Alright, we gotta get cut. Okay. Alright, so we are going to end this episode here. I'm going to grass train off screen up to level 15. So we do hope you all enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Have a good weekend, everybody.